Fresno Pacific with one more home game before the Christmas break. Head coach CJ Haydock. You guys welcome in Cal State LA, the 8th team in the region based off the most recent D2 CSC poll. Tough challenge, but where is your focus with your group right now?
Yeah, I think, going into the Christmas break, I think we've had like a steady line of growth, and we felt like we regressed a little bit against Saturday against Sonoma, especially on the defensive side of the ball and turnover-wise. And so I thought our response the last 2 days was really good. I thought there was maturity and accountability with our group. And so now against a really talented team, can we maintain that level of growth and focus and next play mentality? That's what we're hunting with our young crew.
Well, we've talked a little bit about the youth of this group, but what's the challenge when you've played a majority of your games, 4 of your games already, coming against teams who are in the top 10 in the region? What do you communicate to them about growth and staying the course?
Yeah, I mean, I think most of the metrics have us as playing a top 10 strength of schedule in the region. That's probably poor coaching when you know you're going to start a majority of underclassmen. But, I think like there's signs of a really bright future within that. It's grabbing onto those. And, I think with any youthful team, what we're doing is not a way that people do college basketball anymore. And so when you're gonna march to your own beat, you have to curate a level of belief that's abnormal. You have to curate a level of, you have to recruit guys that have a depth of character that's not standard in our world, that's long-term oriented in a world that's short-term oriented. And so that's in us. That's in our young guys. There's no question about it. Is it in us 100% of the time? Absolutely not. But can we keep growing towards that? I think so, without a doubt.
Talk about the abnormal. Great segue for Isaac Peralta, who's one of the best rebounding guards I think I've ever watched. He is continuing to take on a different type of workload this year, especially because you're shorthanded in the point guard department. What have you seen from him with this increased workload and responsibility?
Yeah, IP had a huge spring for us coming off of freshman year, which was really disjointed. He never got a rhythm, only played in about half our games with injuries and illness and all kinds of things. And so had a big time spring that we felt like, IP is going to come back a whole new person. And it's been really cool to see most of his growth on the floor is more tied to his maturity, to his habits, to his growth intellectually, to all of those things. And then, we've played our last 3 or 4 games. We have 3 point guards on the roster, and 2 of them are out with injury, and so he's had to take on an increased responsibility. And it's really cool to watch him, how assertive he's been in affecting the games as many ways as possible. Deflections, turnovers, rebounding, paint touches on offense. He has really risen to the challenge the last couple of games of what we need from him, and we expect it to continue tonight.
Yeah, a lot of challenges in different areas on the court. He's been one of the big contributors. And then Saturday, Avery Lewis coming off the bench. He had, I think, 7 of your first 9 points in that first half and really kick-started that offense. What are you seeing from him as he kind of assimilates into the program?
Yeah. 1-year transfers are hard. They're hard. We play a unique style that takes some grasping. We rely heavily on our chemistry and our togetherness, and he had a disjointed fall as well with some injury stuff. And so we always knew this was who Avery was going to be. There's been flashes of it. I feel like he's just now getting his feet under him in terms of a rhythm and all those things, and I think it's fair to expect that level of production, aggressiveness, leadership will continue as we keep on with our season.
Well, looking forward to it tonight. A tough test. Cal State LA in the building. One of your predecessors bringing in a tough crew. Coach, we appreciate the time.
Always.
Head coach CJ Haydock will be right back with starting lineups and tip right here on the Sunbird Sports Network.